I'm back today. Or, I don't know why I always say I'm back. I guess I'm returning to some place I was. But I'm just here to draw boxes. I might put some other sketches in the meanwhile. Oh, not other sketches. I might draw like a few humanoid looking blobs. In the meanwhile, that does not look horizontal. I think I'll turn on a grid. I think this, yeah. Imagine being able to draw straight lines. Okay. Maybe adjust the screen a bit. How do I zoom out on this? Help. Move this closer. Oh, okay. Nope. I'm trying to make the horizontal, the horizon in the middle. I think that's about right. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, this is the GeoGebra. GeoGebra? Anyways. I'm not gonna perfectly match the angle, probably. It's okay if I don't. Yeah, I'll also use blue lines. Two ways to count to see what's in the middle. Ever since I turned off night shift on my iPad, I swear my eyes are being blinded. There's too much white. Whites. So I don't know if I'll leave the measuring line. Call this the base. I don't know if I need those blue lines. Does not here look like the middle? Yeah, I think for the actual boxes I won't cheat. Maybe I should turn off the grid view for this. I feel like it makes it a little too perfect. I read so many things trying to figure out all the lines. Like there's another example on this website that's that like has like step by step how to draw. I mean, it's a little complicated, more complicated in this, so I guess that's why it has more guiding lines. But I just got overwhelmed, so we're gonna keep it simple. I say, and then I got these stuck on the first box. So we can fly. I like bug spray or something. I just hate the smell of bug spray. I normally don't buy it. This doesn't look that good. I think the one of the angles I drew doesn't match. Like, I think it's supposed to match like this angle somehow. Squint. No, that's not right. So maybe it doesn't match that angle. I feel like half the time I'm eyeballing. When I try to like understand the science, I'm just like lost. Something about measuring points, but I forgot. Maybe it's the angle of the measuring point that has to line up to something. Because this does look like geometry. So like this angle should match this angle. Sort of thing. Oh, all my geometry. Why is it coming back to me now? So I guess that would shape what? I don't know. I don't know. I legitimately like stared at the images that was sent last time for so long, and I'm still like, I don't know. Well, maybe can't see the green that well. I should just draw a head. One of the videos I was linked last time, something about like keeping the ratios and proportions. I got pretty overwhelmed from that as well. Maybe I should just have a stick person. Speaking of ratios, this person's not proportional. Thing is, the way I draw this person, it doesn't count for perspective at all. So maybe I should rotate them a bit. Maybe... this person's torso is a little large, but... Oh, hello, Wolf King. How are you? Sorry, today's stream is probably gonna be pretty boring stuff. But glad to have you here. I'm doing alright. Just vibing, practicing some perspective, because I learned last time I was pretty bad at it. I almost said the reflex, how are you doing again? I'm like, wait. Oh. I still don't fully get how this is done. Like, I read how to do measuring points, but I forgot. Maybe I should look it up. So I think I need the measuring points to figure out like how to draw the like, sides of the... So maybe the measuring points, you know, change depending on... Well, the measuring points aren't the same. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's not really an accent, but... Thank you. It's probably there are some sounds I can't pronounce that well, so it can kind of sound like an accent. Give me one moment, I'm going to be searching how to find measuring points. Eyes. I can... This tab looks safe. Put it on you. Does this show up? Oh god. The screen. Okay, you can barely read that, it's fine. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's actually technically a speech impediment, so the more I work on it, the more it'll disappear. But there are definitely some words I say a little differently than most people I live with, even without my speech habits. This is actual geometry. I oh I am overwhelmed. For you as well, brethren in arms. Apologies if I'm a bit quieter today. I'm like trying to read this and I'm like, I left geometry years ago. Ugh. Like this thing talks about a G, but I don't see a G. You have troubles with your R's as well. It's a hard letter. It's interesting why, like, I wonder how no one caught my troubles until much later. It's funny because, like, when I, like, to myself, I think I'm pronouncing them fine, and then I listen and I'm like, oh god, it's wrong. Completely off. Yeah. Having difficulties with your R's typically gets mistaken as an accent. It doesn't help that I pronounce the letter A sometimes a bit differently as well. So, like, I think answer sounds lame. Just kidding, it doesn't sound lame. Most of my peers say answer, but it sounds wrong to me for some reason. So I typically say answer. So that also helps people get confused about my accent. But I did move a lot, so maybe just like the people I was surrounded with were different when I was younger, so I picked up different sounds. Okay, so measuring point is if I draw an arc. Mm, I wish is there a way to have like a compass on Procreate? uh, nope. Guess I could just eyeball it. Here we go. Does that look like a circle? That does not. Oh, I just got a great idea. Can't have a compass, but can I rotate this? This is the measure points. Oh, purple hearts. I don't know what for, but thank you, thank you. Now drawing a straight dotted line is harder than drawing a straight line. Start losing it halfway through. Look at my scuffed compass. Wow. Okay. Okay, so enough of this wall of text. Still don't fully get how. Oh wait, no, I get it, I get it, I get it. So the measuring point determines. Oh, maybe I should have put the boxes in a different place. Oh, apologies, I don't use Snapchat. We did it a while ago. Not much of a photo person. Apologies. I mean, even though I'm drawing pictures, I'm not much of a photo person. Well, thank you for asking that. Snapchat is used by a lot of my peers in the past, but I was kinda not really a fan of it, so I never really used it. Simpsons. So I finally kind of got to order. Still not too sure how the secondary line is drawn. No, this looks incorrect. Oh well. I'll just be incorrect. Why are these people so small? Do I was just trying to. So this version doesn't take into account. Do I want to make the view look smaller? I guess I could shrink the box. It's a smaller size. Oh no, I could go even smaller. Oh, fascinating. like I'm doing this completely wrong. I don't know how these like 2 points are chosen. I guess they're like the same distance always. Kind of keep the same cube. Fully understand this. Oh, wait, no, I guess this line is below this one. What am I drawing? I'm just drawing boxes. Practicing 2-point perspective. Nothing particularly interesting today, unfortunately. Today's a boring practice day. So long since I've swam, I have no idea how. What does a person doing freestyle look? Question mark. The giant person. 2 tiny people and a giant person. honestly. I can't really see what I'm drawing, like, a sense of how I'd extrapolate this, but I like to tell myself there is some benefit. Maybe tweak something because I'm curious. Yeah, these two side dots are in the same place, same distance. So that's how maintain the ratio. I see, I see. Just want to visualize. I wish this site like made the back lines faded, like dotted or something, because like it's messing with my mind. That's a box in perspective. So another image. I noticed I wasn't drawing. I am not drawing any lines to the vanishing points. The lines of the vanishing points determines the slope of this part. So like, I've just been eyeballing those. I see. Starting to see how this box is formed. I'm impatient. How do people normally draw things in perspective? I feel like I kind of rushed at some point. started trying to put too much detail into this person. Just gonna give him a head. Falling to the ground. What kind of arm motion would you make? Let me search up a picture of someone falling. Okay, well the images I searched, the people are not falling straight down. So one of the images I saw was a person, their arms stretched out back like this. They were a bird. They're facing this way, by the way. But arms don't really bend like that. They kind of can. The ones are kind of boring. They just have their arms like this. You could have them reaching out. That would, if they fell, they'd break their arm. If I don't draw limbs, it's like I just see the direction of the arm. So maybe it's better I just we give I just shows the people if you can't tell while I'm practicing. Probably draw one more box. Hello, Hannah. It's really confused right now. I'm just trying to figure out where the lines are coming from. Oh, am I muted? Testing. Hello? My thing says my sound should be registering. Oh, okay, okay. I was like, I panicked for a moment because I did have a problem where my mic wasn't getting picked up. Okay, okay, great. I was just saying, um, I'm like really slowly going through it, trying to figure out where the lines are coming from. I'm sticking in stick people inside the boxes to entertain myself a little bit. Yeah. Because I tried reading things, and the instant I came to the site, I just forgot everything I read. Like, I literally looked up, how to find where the measuring point is and all that stuff. And then, I like come to the site, I'm like, how do I find the measuring point again? Um, so I'm kind of like reverse engineering again. I still haven't figured out, remembered everything. There's a site, they don't show all the lines, so it's a little hard to tell. I've been also looking at your image in the background. I'm like, struggle. So I'm trying to figure out still what the measuring points do. Yeah, I one of the videos I was linked was about 3 hours long. So maybe it's the same video. Is it from what's that site? What's that guy's name? The drawing database. If that's the one, then I did try to watch it. If it's another one, definitely send it. I will add it to my list. But I don't know if I'll get to it. Okay, yeah, go for it then. I I don't think watching things is like my strong point. Like I try to follow along and then I zone out and then I'm like behind and I'm too lazy to scroll back. Then maybe that'll be good for me. The other one I was looking at. This one as well is also like the site I'm using now. Actually has a overwhelmingly large number of lines. I go for it. I've just been like sampling all the links I've sent, seeing what I I'm able to watch the completion, etc., etc. If you ignore the if you ignore the people, I think the boxes look okay. They're just all different shaped boxes. Because I mess up on the start as well. To copy pasta link. Then Setsu. That is a new channel. Thank you, thank you. I will add it to my collection of links. I will check them out then. I really watch like tutorials on Twitch though. Oh, I mean, I don't know what they do on Twitch though. Okay, it's good to know. I'll check it out. This composition is something else I do want to start thinking about as well. So, maybe this will have it all. I just need to find a time block where I can sit down and watch. I don't think I've ever watched anything like 3 hours long, like in a row. uh, oh, nice, nice. I thought I might check it out. Check them out. I do watch. I sometimes watch art streams on Twitch or YouTube. Not always, but sometimes. But the thing is, like, for streams, I never really pay attention, so I wouldn't say I learn much from streams. So, like, YouTube videos are definitely better for me in that aspect. Yeah. I mean, I think just like the nature of streaming makes it hard to like teach things because it's live and Twitch doesn't really have a good like rewind like YouTube does. I guess YouTube streams do have that setting, so maybe it's not as bad. But yeah, speaking of the rewind, it's really nice. Yeah, definitely. But I definitely have pretty bad attention, so I think like the probability I like know this and learn something is a lot lower on streams. So I'm just like wasting time trying to draw a stick figure. Even though it's not what I'm practicing, it makes me entertained. So the thing is I wanted to draw like a superhero, but then flying through the sky. But then it's not really following any of the lines in this box, so the superheroes stick both their arms out. I don't know how this works. Whatever, it's fine. Superhero with super long legs. I mean, I guess I could just use this box as is. And they could be flying into the horizon. Please, I need to entertain myself. Thank you, thank you. I enjoy time wasting. I think I've mentioned this a few times before. I just stream here and there, but or I hinted at it. But the reason I stream is just to keep myself kind of entertained while I'm doing practices, because personally, I mean, I don't know about, you know, people who actually do art, but like personally I find it super hard to like motivate myself to do practices. So, and studies and stuff like that. So I basically have to stream it. I like very rarely do studies outside of stream, except to, you know, like trial something for the sake of doing something on stream. No, glad other people share the sentiment. So yeah, and then like drawing perspective boxes is like another level. It's like less engaging for one, and for another, maybe that video will help simplify things. But like all the things I read went into like geometry. They're like this angle is supposed to match like this angle or something like that, and I'm sitting here like thinking, what's the reason you join art streams? Also understandable. Yeah, I mean, I also draw with art streams in the background. Um, but like the problem for me is when I like watch other people do things, I kind of zone out. Oh yeah, okay. All of us are in this together. No, honestly, like starting to more seriously do art, and then, you know, I've been following a lot more artists and like watching what they do. We all go through a lot of similar, a lot of the same struggles, even at different stages of learning. Look at all my stick people. Hmm. Part of me is like I should probably, you know, continue drawing more boxes, but at the same time I'm like, do I really have it in me to draw another box? I don't know. So I'm just like messing with this website. The last time someone said something about different ways to understand perspective, and it's like this one and then the other one. This one? I like stared so long at this. Like, how am I supposed to understand this? I guess this view shows a little more how the measuring point is being used. Some of these points I don't get why they're being drawn. What is the point of point G? It's probably for the sake of like checking an angle somewhere or something. Oh yeah. Thank you for the sentiment. It's no worries. I apologize if I'm making you impatient with me messing around. I might just like give up here and try watching that video. So, guess I'd start with CD. Measuring point to A prime. Oh, I see what G is for. It's hard to explain. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I know what it's about it. Explain as much as you're able to and willing. No, I just realized what G is for because I need 2 points to draw a line. Well, yeah. Because if I just... not 2 points to draw a line, what am I trying to say? We're having like these 3 lines from MP1. I can draw this edge. The A to D edge. Because if I only had like MP1 to A prime and MP1 to D, there are multiple edges I could have. I see. Did I study? Yeah, I did a bit on 1 point perspectives. A bit as in like, I drew like a few boxes. I didn't use this site for it. I used something else. I forgot which link. It might have just been an image. Yep, I didn't. The reason I didn't practice on this site is This one doesn't, it doesn't do cubes. Only does planes. Well, which I guess isn't, you know, it's not that hard to extend it to a cube. Uh, Define makes sense. Let me first date this real quick before I forget. It's black. Honestly, a lot of these things, like, I watched the video, I read the book, but beyond that, I'm like, I don't know if I can, like, extend it in practice, you know? Because I, like, followed it, like, for, like, 2 of the examples, and then I was, like, tired. I didn't know what to do. Okay, I realize these lines are not straight, but okay, we're gonna. What do I not understand? Okay, I should have done a different box. Let's do a box that does not go over the horizon, so I don't blind myself. I don't know what I don't understand. I don't know if saying I don't understand is correct. It's more like if you were to tell me, like it's like I'm not an art person, so forgive the science example, but it's like when you first go to math and you learn like your multiplication tables or something, but then on the test they're like, okay, so 3 times 7 is 21. Now tell me what 3 times 17 is, and you're just like, I mean, it's a similar, it's like the same concept, right? But I I don't know how I would apply it, basically. Did I see examples of 1 point perspective? Yeah. I looked up like pictures at first, because I was like confused at first what the difference between like 1, 2, and 3 point perspective. So I've seen examples. I can like kind of identify what it would be. Yeah, have seen. Well, at least what Google says is. Wait, let me see if. Wait, let me see. Okay, let me turn on safe switch. How to turn on safe switch? Oh, I have to log into my Google account? What? No, please. But I was gonna see if I could refind this site I was looking at. Okay, well, 1 point perspective drawing. Like I've seen like the typical like street images sort of thing. I think that's like the most common example I saw. I mean, I don't know if there are other examples. So I'm just like, I'm safe. So I'm Google searching on another tab because like I don't think there'd be anything questionable that show up if I searched 1 point perspective, but you never know how the internet is. So yeah. I mean, most of the art I see for 1 point perspective is like just like a railroad, or say a road or something, and then you have trees. Whee! I can't draw straight lines. Tree. Okay, these lines aren't perfectly vertical, but pretend they are. Well, like, I guess these could be buildings as well. Something like that. None of my lines are straight, but my vertical lines aren't even parallel to each other. Pain. Pretend my vertical lines are parallel. But like, for example, for this, like, I've seen the images and like I followed along, but then like when I try to do it on my own, I'm like, wait, how does this cube, how does this block go? I know this base is like this, but then what? I'm scrolling through Google at the same time as I'm doing this. Oh, I finally chanced upon a photo that isn't a road. It's a room. And my lines are just really messy. Eh. Like, is that what I do? Like, I don't. Mostly boring and too constricting. See, I can't even think beyond most simple things. See, like, I draw this guiding line, I don't even follow it. Goodness gracious. I don't even know if I did that right. So see, this image says 1 point perspective, but I think it's 2 point. But I don't know if I'm... wrong? Let me open the image on the screen so you can see. I'm being baited. This is 2 points, right? Is that 2 vanishing points? 2 roads? This is a lie. This is why having you all send me resources is nice, because sometimes Google gives me... Oh god, you can't even see this one. Where's my key? Does that show up? Like... Oh yeah, this one. This one, yeah. What is the... Sorry, this is a dumb question, but what is the difference between when you say 1 point perspective twice and like 2 point? So as in, do you mean like when they drew this, they like maybe like divided it down the middle and like drew like the right side on that 1 point perspective and the other side on the other point? Because I do notice that like the houses in the middle they don't quite line up. So I'm wondering if that's what you mean. It's both 1 point perspective. Because I'm guessing like if I look at the houses on the middle on the left, they don't really vanish into the right point. So it's like they mashed 2 1 point perspectives. Let's see. Okay. I'm learning. God, this hurts my brain. Do I understand? Honestly, my understanding is really like hand wavy. It's like I can tell there's something off, but it requires a few more cycles of my brain to realize exactly what's wrong. Yeah, I'm just scrolling, and a lot of the examples I see are either like single rooms or like streets. Oh, no worries, no worries. We can be as long as we're in a consensus, that's good. I mean, I honestly think like unless you like do like the really like mathematical studies of perspective, like I think some of the resources one of you had sent last time, like literally measuring the angles, and I guess this site kind of hints at it as well, with like the angles. But I mean, I think as unless you do that, most like perspective things I see are they're not all the same. I've seen different definitions. Well, maybe not definitions. Different types? think this Google search looks pretty safe, so I'll just search on you so you can see what I'm looking at. I'm just searching at one point perspective trying to see. Oh god. Light mode. How cute this is. This is like my art if I try to do a perspective drawing. Yeah, stuff like this is like what most of what I see. The sketch makes it clear. So it seems like they keep like horizontal, still horizontal, vertical, still vertical. I mean horizontal as in like parallel to the horizon, being the like floor. So that means what I did wrong for this box. That looks bad. I see, I see. I think it's generally the case. I'm trying to squint to see if this. Why can't I control click? Open image in new tab. Thank you, thank you. So I'm trying to confirm if the floor of this building is indeed parallel. I think it is to the horizon. Squint. I see. Okay. Okay. I'm like blindly pressing keys. I'm looking at this reference image. We should turn on my cursor. How is the setting to turn on my cursor? Capture cursor? Oh no, it disappeared. Come back. Okay, so the instant I try to capture a cursor, it gives up. Oh no. This one? It's my cursor. God, my cursor's so tiny. I was talking about this building. So just trying to check which lines are parallel. This is different from 2 point. So I know this floor one is probably parallel to the horizon line. I'm like eyeballing. I guess that would mean the top one is as well because everything's right angles. But then is this back one as well? Yeah, the back one should be parallel as well. Okay, I see. I see, kind of. moving wider. So this is gonna be really messy because I'm probably gonna delete this canvas. It's these lines that go into the vanishing point. See? I fixed this left building. I'm too lazy to fix the right building. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I think what you said makes sense. Man, why can't I draw my lines properly vertical? Like when I look at this from a distance, I'm like, oh, that's not quite right, but like this is the face. Color. This is the face. Oh, I have a fatter pen. It's the face that's facing us completely. I see, I see. Wakaru. Yeah, I'm deleting this now. Chaos. As far as that, yes. As far as what you've said, yes. I did have like a tip of a question on my tongue. Question on the tip of my tongue because I can't speak. Where's my pencil? Yes, I can recognize one and vaguely able to draw on one, yes. Sure. Oh, trying to ask a question with like limited skills. uh, maybe this isn't one point perspective, but maybe it is. Vaguely, I did. I guess I did. Yes. Let me see if I can. Maybe I can find an example artwork. Maybe the term is fisheye, but I guess what I'm trying to ask is like, sometimes you have like an image, like a lot of art. It's like I'm gonna draw a person because I like people, and then it goes narrower as it goes down. Pretend I can draw people. That this is a person. Whoa, let's say I know how to draw people like this. Something like that. Like, oh, sorry. Oh, no worries. I was just saying, like, sometimes you see art where it's like you're looking down on the person, like this, where there's obviously there's some sort of vanishing vaguely in that direction, like down. Because, in a normal perspective, your head is not this large, but I guess I'm having difficulties adapting, like, the boxes and cubes too. Oh, this would be 3 point. What would be the 3 points? I'm sorry, I'm asking this as if like you can point out where they are. Let me like label a few places. So let's say like by their feet is like point A. Here is point B. Let's call up here point C. Point D. Hopefully that is enough points to out of the canvas. If I zoomed this figure out a bit, could I fit it into the canvas? Wait, not distort. One on either side. So like side as in like beyond D and beyond B. Somewhere to either side of B and D. Oh, I realize that reference is covering it, so Google 3-point perspective images. Give me a moment. This should also be a safe Google search. Let me confirm. Oh yeah, no worries. Also, if you're like looking at something else, then take care of that. Okay, this looks like a safe Google search, so I'm just gonna save 3 points. I guess it'd be. I don't want to play this YouTube video. This doesn't show me the 3 points that well. It's really good. Please don't play the video. Can't see the lines here. Oh wait, let me show the screen. So I guess like this. Except for mine, the red point, like the red one, would be a little more inwards since mine's a steeper angle, I guess. And the green and the gray are the two. Let me zoom in. Forgot I was on one layer. We match their colors. So it's probably beyond the. I'm just gonna say it's D, even though it's gonna be a little off, I think. Okay, I mean, this is probably not this is definitely not a full image. A full image, all the lines. But okay, yeah, I'm not gonna keep drawing the lines. I think it's off. Yeah, something like this. I haven't studied 3-point at all, so I see. I guess the third point gives that extra like that this depth. That's a very vague, unscientific observation. See, like, I can't see. I find it hard to like see this with like just a cube. Let me make the cube a little bigger. So I guess maybe it's because of the vanishing points. Got this vanishing point. I can't switch the vanishing point. Oh man. My brain. Okay, this one I can kind of see. Being the depth. Cause this box is a little narrow. Please move. Yeah. My image is not quite like this, but it's kind of. I see. But this has so many lines, oh my god, I'm overwhelmed just looking at this. I'll think about this later. Like look at all these. I tried following these and I was like, I'll stick with my cube. Okay, so my next step, I'm probably gonna call stream here. I'll say this is a productive stream, although like half of it was me like flailing. But thank you for the tips. At least I got 1 point perspective down. 2 point perspective. Oh no worries. As you can tell, I didn't study anything. Like, I was like trying to watch this, I was like, how the fuck? Two is the most used? I see. I was hoping I would, you know, naturally pick up perspective. But you know, most things don't work like that. I wonder if so I was gonna end, but I was like, see, I'm a people troll, so I'm trying to count a person. Wait, is this? It's my butt. Oh god. I pressed something. Oh man. Okay, for the I pressed the Windows key and plus, and apparently that enables your magnifier. For the record, I can't reach my keyboard properly. So I was trying to zoom. So Google tells me this is 2 point. How do I differentiate 2 and 3 point? Okay. I'll do that. I'm just easily distracted because I was like, I googled 3 point, googled 1 point. I still haven't googled. Well, this is 3 point? Okay, I was like trying to differentiate between what this was and the example I just went over, and I was like struggling. Okay. Oh, I didn't show my whole Chrome because I don't want to show my bookmarks, but this image is called the 2 point. I don't know if this shows up on stream. This is like your image you sent me. It's a lot simpler than the GeoGebra. Oh yeah. So like the in the ground is into the ground is like one of the vanishing points I see, and then like the 2 roads are the other 2 vanishing points, I guess. Or rivers, canals, I don't know what they are. Except this one's 2 point though. Because all these buildings don't. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out eventually. It might take a while. I might be slow, but I'll get it eventually. I see. So this is a this. Well, I mean, maybe there's delay, but the one I'm looking at, that says 2 point. It's 2 point because the buildings don't all have their bottom floor facing the like same point, but their other faces are going to the same vanishing lines. Don't worry about typos. I mean, I'll let you know if I really don't know what you mean, but most of the time I can guess. Guess if I think in terms of like having the faces, it's a little simpler than thinking about the lines. I'm really like, it's not a scenery person. I'll do my best to watch that video. I'm like trying to gas myself up. This one has people. Try to chase the lines. I see. I guess that makes sense. I could do that. Oh no, this one looks a little tilted. I'm critiquing. Didn't ask for my feedback. But this looks off to me. I don't know why. I mean, I'll give that a try. Like, I'm like mentally taking note of things that people have said. Yeah. All of these, this Google search is 2 point. So most of these should be 2 point, except a few things slipped in. I'm just trying to figure out why. I don't know what image you're looking at now, but why this image looks like slanted to me. Guess maybe they didn't draw their center line vertical enough. Oh, maybe they're vertical. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe they're like me. Their vertical lines aren't properly vertical. They just like be for real. What does this one look off? This one also looks off to me. I feel like the top needs to fade more. Vanishing points are too close to each other. Maybe that's it as well. If they're close to each other, that would mean I'm farther away. But this is zoomed in, I see. I mean, this one looks fine. Anyway, I will look. I will do this random staring at thing, trying to figure out what's going on my own time. Not bother you too much. Oh, the interior is out 2 point. How's this 2 point? Sorry, I will stop. I'm done. Stopping. Gonna stop myself. I was gonna just keep staring at pictures. I'm glad you're not bothered. Glad you're having fun. This is what I do a lot off stream. I just stare at things and I'm like, huh. I don't know, like following along is. Yeah, that's fair. That's true. Yeah, definitely don't feel pressure to teach me everything. A lot of time I ask questions and like honestly, if you're like gone and you don't answer, I will not take it personally. I'm glad you're having fun regardless. And I'm glad you're somehow managing to learn something as well. Oh wait, sorry. I need to show this. Okay, this is my 2 point perspective attempt. This is just like me. Oh yeah, this is fun. It's definitely a lot more fun when people drop in. It's more fun and I am learning more because someone to like correct me or bounce ideas off of, which is always nice. Definitely fun. Honestly, looking at like these pieces and trying to figure out if they're 1 or 2 or 3 point perspective is a lot more fun to me than drawing cubes. I apologize, I don't fully understand what you're saying. But apologies if I said anything to make you feel weird. But I mean, I don't feel weird if that's what you're worried about. Oh, you're talking about the drawing. This drawing is great. I love it. Yeah, no, I realized that afterwards. It's just like my art. They just like me for real. I think it's because they're doing something like 1 point or something. Like I don't think all the lines, those are the right lines that should be going to finishing point. Oh, wait, let me open this in a new tab. Let me for the next. There was another image. That was like a clear example of. Yeah, we can play this game together. I feel like it's something with like the this. There's like something with the roof line. I feel like. But now I feel like I need to do all this myself. And let me just clear this. This feels like a case of that like 2 1 point perspective thing that we saw at the start. But I don't know I don't know how to scientifically articulate that. Talking to someone who's still like trying to learn 2 point perspective. Like this gives the vibe of the 2 1 point perspective thing. Yeah. Like I think like, this one would be a separate line or something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's the fact that it's like all one box. Oh, thank you, thank you. Look at me. It's because I learned how to recognize 1 point perspective. Now that I know one type of perspective, I become slightly better at the other types, or at least identify what the other types are. Anyways, sorry. This image just cracked me up when I saw it. Because I was like, man, it's just like me trying to draw. Am I redrawing it? Dude, I don't know if I can. I opened up this one to try and... Oh god, where's my zoom? To try to help me redraw. Yeah. No, it's funny because like I could totally see myself doing it. That's why it's funny. It's like, no, it's just like me. A new page? You mean like over it? If it's like over it, that's... I might do that like off stream. I might like download some images and like quote unquote correct them. Maybe that's good practice as well. I'm like trying to think if they were the same height. And granted, buildings are never really exactly the same, but would it follow? So I'm like thinking too much about this. Oh wait. Oh, I just realized my capturing isn't working. That's why you're not seeing what I'm doing. Uh, there we go. Dude, no, I don't even know. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm having fun as well. It's the only way drawing boxes would be fun. No. I'm like trying not to do what they did. Yes, yes. But like, I can't. How do I draw the top line? I am someone who has not finished learning 2-point perspectives. How do I draw the top line? See, the difficulty is like the adjacent buildings don't have this like strong vertical line in the front, so I don't know what to do basically. Top line goes to the left point. But I guess while I'm like top line goes to the left point. Ah, wait. See the top that goes to the right. Ah, I see. Wait, do I? Hello, Liam. I'm getting ready to end. I know you got distracted by another drawing, but glad to see you pop in as I struggle. See the top that goes to the right. Oh, nice. Yes, this is something I did not know. I guess my brain is breaking because I'm trying to figure out what's like the middle line. Isn't all of these like... This point is lower than... I'm doing alright. Other than the fact that I am not, I have no idea what I'm doing. Mhm. Uh, oh, I say as if I understood something, but I do not. See, like, I can draw these two boxes, like, separate from each other. I don't know how to stick them together. Oh, nice, nice. He sounds good. I don't know why I'm doing this, honestly. I normally draw people. I don't draw backgrounds for a reason. This is new. Oh, so we saw this image. I was trying to think, we were trying to think how to correct it. I was about to end, but then I was like, saw this image and I was like, hmm. Maybe there's something wrong with the floor as well. Oh, thank you, thank you. See, like, I can draw them separate from each other, but I can't, like, imagine them together. Bin. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, but see, mine, like, they're, like, separate. Like, when I try to stick them together, my mind just breaks. Let me make a new layer. Fade this. Like, do a different color so I can differentiate. Okay, so if this building's right next to this building. Okay, one is making two. Okay. I'm like, I wish I could, you know, like, if this was 3D, I could, like, rotate this stupid freaking brick. Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know why I said sorry. This is a long stream because, I mean, it's gonna be shorter, but then I got distracted looking at example pictures of 1, 2, 3 point perspectives. Now I got distracted because I saw this image. I'm like, man, this looks like me trying to draw 2 point perspective. Now we're trying to figure out why it looks wrong. It's definitely something with like the top lines and the bottom lines. Yeah, maybe it's like because it's like one box. Yeah, because like the way they drew it, the the non-front block, the building, the roofs don't look horizontal. But it still doesn't quite look like a correct block either. So this song kind of fits the dinkiness. Wait, let me see. Like even if it was one cube, one building. I'm like dissatisfied with this somehow. I think it's because the vanishing points should go to the opposite face. I think. That's what's wrong with this. Try drawing. Oh, I was thinking I was gonna draw the whole thing as one cube because I think even if this was just one cube, it looks wrong. You know what I mean? The mystery. Like I watch a lot of those channels that like quote unquote correct your art. Never knew it was this hard. I'm just correcting a cube. I don't know why I bothered erasing that. Oh, no, this bottom face as well. Yeah. So I still don't have a little command. Yeah, no, I got you. I got you, Link. Let me see what page is this from though. It's the raw link. Copy. Copy link address. It is also. Oh god, that's a disgusting link. Google, please. Oh no. It's grade 7 art. Okay, don't make fun of the poor kid then. Yeah, the first one is like the pure link image thing. Second one's apparently a video. It's the windows. Okay, I wish I could like download this on my screen and erase the windows. Okay, if you give me like 1 second. How do I send this to myself? Okay, give me a moment. I'm gonna hide my AirServer screen so I don't like expose myself. I'm gonna copy this link to Discord. Hopefully that was a copy button, otherwise we'll find out what I clicked. Okay. Discord. Miscellaneous. Download. Image saved. Okay. Appropriate. Insert. Photo. Oh no, I just had to hide my screen. Cause I just don't want to show my cause my iPad sharing software it's not like fancy or anything. So if I download things, you can like see my other photos and stuff. And like I was sending it to myself via Discord, so you'd also see my Discord. I'm gonna erase these lines as well. Just gonna erase the words. Personally, I still think this looks off, you know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out though, it still feels like it's not a cube, right? This doesn't look like a cube shape. Like if I like uh God, I don't. Well, I guess I don't see the box. Like it's too flat or something. Maybe it's because this line like matches up with the horizon too well. Ah, that's another thing. The horizon is at the same level as the top of the roof. Does that matter? Yeah, I think that's the thing that's skeeving me out. Because it feels like it's sinking, yeah. Sorry, you can't really see what I erased. Because I was trying to draw the, like, the other part of the cube, you know, like the depth. I was really struggling. Because, like, all these, like, points to the vanishing, all these lines to the vanishing point were, like, too close to horizon. So it's really hard to, like, draw. Look at my vastly superior drawing. Wonder Aglayu. Excellent. I will hold. if I warp it up. I just have to separate those 2 points. I can't. My warp is not strong enough. Ta-da. Fixed it. Now I can draw the cube. Well, I guess with this I could say I understand 2-point perspective a little more now. I didn't. Okay, this is not properly a vanishing point. I should tweak it a little more downwards, but it's close enough. If I add lines, the buildings. Too lazy to properly draw the vanishing point lines. Just gonna draw doors. Ta-da. Admire. Wow, look at us. We can become professional artwork fixers now. Yeah, we'll call it progress. Although I feel like I studied a little more than just perspective right here. But I guess today I learned there's even simple artwork is hard to correct. You really have to understand. It's kind of like how they say best way to know if you've learned something is to teach it. So, yes, this is our. We learned the 2-point perspective. Well, as in like, well, I guess it's technically still perspective, but just like thinking about how the horizon is below the roof. It's not something I expected to. think about. It's good. It's good practice. It's just like a lot of times it's like when like normally when I interact with art, I don't think about how to correct it. I just try to see like why it looks good. So yeah. But I think I guess it's also useful to for things that you don't like as much to think about why you don't like it as much, even though it like feels a little bad to like think about like the negatives. I guess as long as like I'm not like telling them I don't like your art because of this, maybe it's a good practice. Because normally I focus on like what someone did well, why I like something. But I guess maybe instead of like framing it as like what they didn't do well, maybe I should frame it as like how it matched reality better. Mm. Anyways, I think this was mostly productive. This stream is almost as long as the video I need to watch at this point. It's practice to find mistakes, yeah. I think it's hard. Because like I think a lot of us have like this like instinct like oh this looks good or oh this looks not as good or like I don't like this as much or it feels off. Um but it's hard to identify. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to identify exactly what exactly might be the problem. Yeah, that's the right question. Anyways, I'm gonna try to end again. I'm awful at ending. I get distracted so easily. Yeah, no, I got what you meant. I got what you meant, Hannah. Yeah, that's the right questions. Always hard to do. But together we figured out enough pieces of what made this building look off. Yep, I will do that. Thank you for accompanying me on my wandering journey, trying to understand perspective. I do think I got more out of this kind of flailing about than reading had the past few days. Reading and watching things, even if I like try to follow along, yeah, it's not quite the same. But yeah, yeah. Thank you for joining in and watching. And if Alim is still there looking, thank you also for popping in. Or if anyone else is looking, thank you for tolerating all the wandering. Yeah, this was fun. Yeah, and we learned something as well. It's fun and we learned something. That's a big win. Yep, I'm glad you dropped by. And I'll catch you some other time. I don't know if I'll do perspective again, but I guess this stream taught me that it's great to stream boring things. And perspective is kind of boring for me, but I probably should learn how to. Even though I normally don't draw backgrounds, I just draw people. But yeah, thank you again, and I will head out. Bye bye. See you maybe sometime. I don't know when. Goodbye.